Just doing different music, you know? Like this is more like lo-fi or smooth jazz. If you're a Sirius XM user, the channel Watercolors. I usually do that for my dog. Dansby Dennis, if I'm leaving, I'm like, Alexa, play Watercolors from Sirius XM. And then I leave a little smooth jazz for my dog.
Wonder if he appreciates that.
There is science behind that, but
maybe appreciates the wrong word.
No, I think
if he like gets enjoyment out of it.
I'm not one of those crazy. Look, I love my dog so much I kiss him all over, but I'm not a nut. It just stops him from being scared of noises. That's all it's doing.
Because it's a constant.
Yeah.
And it's not just like
it's funky
silence
or white
and
noise.
then every once in a while noise. It's
funky white noise. Yeah. That's all it is. It's funky white noise. Oh, your camera's dead. Hold on. SJ. I turned on Watercolors in SJ's house. Let me fix your camera. Everybody say, "Hey, Tom." Poof. There he is. There he is. Christine says it helps dog with separation anxiety. Maybe because they think, you know, just maybe audibly over years, this is just me guessing, more sounds mean more people or dogs.
Some comfort.
Yeah. Well, if you hear more things, you're not alone. That's just basic.
Yeah.
You know.
If your eye is being stimulated, like
when there's something weird that my dog does that seems like pack mentality, when he sleeps, he like he'll nuzzle me, so he'll curl up here and he'll stick his nose like right by my neck, which for most people would be very annoying and hot, but I love it. And he puts it right here. But if I start breathing a certain way, he will mimic my breathing till we're like doing the same style.
Yeah.
I'll go like. And then he'll do a, and Andrea thinks it's hilarious, but he'll do a big sigh.
Well, that's
like we're breathing together like a pack. Like, you know, they all sleep together when they're in a hole. That's what it feels like.
Well,
it's weird. It's very weird.
Also, dogs evolve. We talked about this on the show, and I watched that that thing on Netflix about dogs or whatever, and like their relationship with humans and how their evolution has changed.
That was a great show.
Because they realize that if they are
SJ's dog has his own TV.
Yeah, if they're close, like humans will keep them alive, you know? So that's why the whites of their eyes and their certain facial expressions, they evolved into like mimicking kind of their human counterpart because they realize like if I do this, that human will give me food.
That's
or,
survival.
Survival, yeah. And so I bet him breathing like you or mimicking that is all related. Where it's like
it's interesting.
It's ingrained in his evolution to mimic what you're doing because that had kept his generations alive.
Like
in the
he
past.
is, like we are actively. It's funny you say that. That's a good warm up because we're gonna call our buddy Mo DeWitt here in about a minute. We talk to him a lot because we're that type of family. Like some people talk to their dogs, some people don't talk to their dogs. There's no right or wrong. We talk to him all the time. Like we say things to him. So now he reacts as if he doesn't know what the fuck we're saying, but he's adapting to us. Like, and he knows patterns, and he damn sure, because I've read on this, they know they know hand motions.
Yeah.
And we have successfully taught Dansby. Like, I can make him go upstairs just by pointing. I can make him go downstairs by pointing. I can make him leave. I can just point and stare at him mean, and he'll leave the room. Because he knows that this means get the fuck out of the room.
Yeah.
Like, he is adapted to us. But only because, like, it's reps. Because we talked to him, so I was trying to explain this to Maisie.
It's learned behavior.
Because she's like, he knows a lot of stuff. And I go, he knows a lot of stuff because we interact with him constantly. I go, when are you not playing with him? She's like, I'm always playing with him. I'm like, there you go.
Yeah, you trained him.
Yeah, you have trained him just by, it's just time in. It's like parenting. The more you're with your child. Doug did the Florida bumper sticker. He wrote, understand this, and then put a middle finger emoji. That's funny. It is cool to see him do the hand motions. He's really good at it.
Good. This will be quick. I don't know if you have to get out quick, but we're just going to talk to you about that story, and then we'll ask you about Vegas. Yep, that was perfect. Yep. All right, hold on 1 second.
What line?
One, yeah.
One? Mo, can you hear us okay?
I can hear you guys.
Awesome. Hey, thank you for doing this, man. Hope you're good. Hope you're well.
Yeah, everything's good. How are you guys doing?
We're good, man. You know, well, I mean, I'm coming out of that cold that everybody got, and it got in my chest, so now I'm a weak man.
Oh, then also all my plants died, Mo.
This is very upsetting news, Thomas.
So actually, we lied to you. We're like, we're doing great, and then we're not. We're not doing great at all.
I mean, they're not dead, but my Brazilian red cloak, all the leaves are dead. But I'm like, maybe it will come back. Everything I read online, it'll come back. But all the
you
years,
killed your cloak, dude. You killed your cloak.
Can I sue anybody for this, Bo? Because
act of God.
I feel like I know this is not even on the show, but like the
Yeah,
meteorologist.
you just told him we don't want to waste your time.
I feel over years of meteorology distrust. I thought they were exaggerating how cold it was going to be.
Class action against Manolfi. Let's get him. We're taking him down, Mo.
And then I didn't trust that it was going to get as cold. I thought it was media
Who are we
hype.
going after? Manolfi? Burris?
And
Eric Burris? Who are we going
I
after?
should have spent more time wrapping my plants. and protecting
Sweezy's
them.
out of the game. You can't go after Amy
Anyway.
Sweezy. She retired.
I mean, I think you just need therapy. You have trust issues.
I don't want that.
Wow, everybody's been saying that. One of our smartest friends says it to you. Okay.
I don't even believe in it, and I have to do a show about it.
You know what? Great warm-up. Okay, let's not waste.
I'll never do it. All right,
All right,
sorry.
great
Mo.
job. Great warm-up, Mo.
Here we
All
go.
right.
All right.
Here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out. Join the chat room. Just search for @TomandDan Live on all social media platforms.
Real quick, the Orlando Science Center is doing their Science Night Live on Valentine's Day, Friday, February 14th.
Yeah, if you don't know what to do with your significant other, might I suggest the Science Center, because here's what I'm going to tell you. It's a very nice facility. It's beautiful and top tier. There's stuff to do. So you're not going to have a boring.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's adults only. It's
Yeah.
it's at night after the Science Center shuts down officially.
cocktails
yeah.
and, as my dad called hors d'oeuvres, horty orbs will be provided.
So yeah. And if you're a member, it's only $5.
Yeah.
Non-members, $25. Super reasonable, and it's a great night, great date night.
And you're also supporting something that we're very lucky to have here in Orlando.
So a story came out, and people, for anybody following the NFL, or even in the, I guess,
Sports universe.
the sports universe,
Yeah.
like this is more of a non-sports, like thing that happened during a game where DK Metcalf got into an altercation with a Detroit Lions fan.
DK Metcalf is a receiver.
He's the receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Used to be on the Seahawks.
Yes.
Sucks to be him.
Yeah.
He would have been in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he made the wrong choice.
Yeah. This guy's had
Yeah.
a rough go, by the way.
Wrong grail, DK.
Yeah.
Wrong. You drank from the wrong
Well,
grail.
they traded him. So he had no,
Yeah, he couldn't do anything about it.
But man, what bad luck! Like you made the playoffs, I guess. But
And Cooper Cup, good luck.
Yeah.
You thought, hey,
Right,
you were
right,
being booted out of LA. Hey, look at you, look at him now.
Yeah. So anyway, DK Metcalf got into altercation with a Detroit Lions fan. He did uppercut to try to punch him.
Was this the guy in the blue wig, right?
Yes. And people, they saw it.
He's the gentleman's name is Ryan Kennedy. He's a Detroit Lions fan. There's an infamous clip of him like with the DK uppercut and his wig goes flying back.
So this got broadcast. Is partly the reason why this story is so popular because during this game, I remember we were watching. I think this was down in Miami, and a friend of mine's kid was like, "DK Metcalf just punched a fan," and I'm like, "No way, you saw it.
Go back to your room."
And I'm like, "No way, he punched a fan." He's like, "I saw it," and we're like, "Yeah, right."
Right, yeah.
I was like, you must have missed seeing something.
You
Anyway.
idiot.
He did, and then since then, the fan got a lawyer, and then DK went on a bunch of podcasts and Club Shay Shay describing.
Not just any podcast. He went on a big one, Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp. Everybody knows that has some pretty decent media power.
And then so DK claimed that this fan, Detroit Lions fan, called him the N-word, and that's why he got so heated and punched the guy.
Metcalf claims that he used the N-word. He used a misogynistic slur about Metcalf's mother, which can only be delineated as the C word for girl parts, and was provoking the incident.
And then this fan is denying this, and now suing Club Shay Shay and DK Metcalf
And Chad Johnson and Shay Shay Media.
Okay, yeah, and all that for what you said, $100 million.
$100 million.
Crazy story. We figured we'd talk to our attorney, Mo DeWitt, who's on location in Las Vegas, actually.
Hey,
and we are bothering him. He is in doing. Is it a business trip?
Let's bother Mo DeWitt live in Las Vegas. Mo, are you there for us to bother?
I am here. You're taking me away from my gambling time. I'm very upset.
Why do all of our friends gamble?
I don't know. They're having a better time than us.
They really were working.
My God.
Ross, Craig, Mo, everybody gambles.
Everybody around me's having a better time. My kids, my wife. Anyway, sorry, Mo.
You're fine.
So, how's Vegas treating you?
It's good. I'm actually here for a conference, but it's been good. It's kind of funny to leave Florida when it was like 30 degrees and come out here to actually warm up. But yeah, it's cool.
I know. I've had people on the West Coast tell me, like that one day that we were like right at 19, 20 degrees. I've had people, in other parts of the country say like, you don't have it all now, Dan. Florida's not that great now.
All right, we got 1 day of freezing weather.
That's all we'll get. And
Yeah.
guess what? That's our anomaly.
Yeah.
I feel like we're good for 100 years now.
And by the way, I ripped all the stuff off my plants, and I'm like, it's never coming back. I proclaimed that it's never happening again in my lifetime. So Mo, have you heard about this story we talked about?
Yeah, I was reading it a little bit. I mean, it is interesting, and we've seen this before. Who was the NBA players that went into the stands and punched some fans before?
Oh,
it's probably what 10 years ago.
Meta World Peace.
Yeah. Is it
something like that?
Yeah. Is it I don't call them arenas. I thought it was something like that.
It was old arenas. Ron Artest.
Ron Artest. Yeah.
Yeah, Ron Artest. Yeah. So, I mean, this is a little different, obviously, because then he went on the podcast and he's trying to defend himself, but in doing so, this person's claiming that he was defamed. $100 million, a nice round number. I don't know that he'll actually get that. But, there are potentially some damages here if what he is saying is false. But if it's true, that may be a different story. So it's going to kind of boil down to what the witnesses around him heard or saw, and sort of what the facts or evidence shows. Now, they're suing the podcast and everybody else, but really, obviously, the person who's responsible is the person who is, potentially or allegedly saying the defamatory information.
So, okay, Mo, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, because if we have a guest on, and then that guest says that something happened to him, right? And we're interviewing, and he says that, and then we have a popular show, and then that person sues us for defamation. Why is Club Shay Shay involved in this? Because it's just the person himself that said it, or because Club Shay Shay didn't say allegedly or anything like that to protect themselves, and then maybe it leaves them open for lawsuit?
I mean, potentially. So historically, kind of media outlets have had immunity when somebody comes on or if they're reporting on something that turns out to be false. The example I think we've talked about on the show before was a case that I just randomly happened to witness in court one day where, one of the local news stations went on and said, David Smith robbed a bank, we're looking for him. And I'm just making up the name, obviously.
Sure.
And it turned out they had the wrong name, and now every time David Smith goes to apply for a job, there's 27 news stories about how he was wanted for robbing a bank. And even though it was retracted later on, on the internet, it's still there. So there was a lawsuit on that, but ultimately the court dismissed that claim because the news station itself had immunity. So same kind of thing here with a podcast. Typically they're going to have immunity unless, in this case, Shannon Sharpe said something himself to further the defamation. If he's making statements that further that defamation, then he's being brought into the lawsuit by saying things himself. But usually, if you're just the venue, if you're just the forum, historically that's had immunity. Now, under the current administration, there has been some challenges to that. We'll see where those ultimately go, but that's historically what's been done.
Okay. Yeah, and it looks as if in this case, and I think most people have figured this out, the crux of this is the guy is basically claiming that his life was turned upside down because he was unfairly accused of using the N-word, and he didn't, right? And that's what this whole thing is about.
Now,
and obviously,
you've ruined my life because you've painted me in this light, and I didn't do this, and I need to clear my name, and I need you to help me clear my name.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, that allegation can be very damaging to somebody's life when it comes to their job, their reputation, all sorts of things. So that is a very damaging allegation to make to somebody. Obviously, if it's true, the truth is ultimate defense. But if it is false, then he does, obviously have a claim here.
So does he need a paper trail of damages to prove to the court that he was hurt?
Paper N-word.
Write that down.
Sorry, Mo. No, we'll get to the damages in a second because I have a question about that. But back to the actual allegations to begin with. What if it's a he said, she said scenario where the people around him, it's a loud environment, obviously an NFL game, people are screaming, and nobody around him can, corroborate the fact that he did say it, or
I'm not
people
sure
are
I would
couldn't
remember
hear
much of that. Yeah,
and then so it's just the fan saying I didn't say it, and DK saying, well, that's what I heard. What happens then?
Well, ultimately, it'll be up to a jury to weigh the evidence and see who they believe, and make a decision as to whether the plaintiff proved the case of defamation or not. So ultimately, it could go to a jury, and they're going to hear from witnesses around there who maybe different witnesses say different things. Maybe they heard it, maybe they didn't hear it. But ultimately, a jury would have to make that determination, assuming that it's not settled before them.
Now, does it matter if DK is testifying that that's what he heard, and maybe it's misheard, and then the people are saying I didn't say that, but I could see does it matter if you misheard and thought that person called you N-word?
He could die on that hill, is what you're saying.
Then say hey, that's what I heard 100%, and then the person's like, well, I didn't say that, but I guess it goes to the jury because if he didn't say that, then he has a defamation case. I don't know. I guess it's just whatever the jury believes, right?
Well, sort of. I mean, if he was mistaken in what he heard, he was still mistaken, and therefore, he is still defaming him, and he's still liable for his actions because,
Okay.
Even if he says, "Well, that's what I think he said," but other people say he didn't say it, then he's still wrong. He's still in the wrong there.
Gotcha. Okay, now to the damages question. It does seem like, and we've seen this guy, and right after this incident happened, he had a lawyer. He's on TV. This guy seems like kind of a goofball, troublemaker.
He's got the backwards Detroit hat. And he's wearing a full suit. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
By the way, Mo, my dream is to be on TV with you one day.
Don't tell Mo that. Stop.
and then also,
Will you be in a jumpsuit?
yes, I will.
Okay.
And then me like having a press conference, and I'm dressed like a clown. Anyway, sorry. But
we need to get him to file the LLC for Grandpa Biker and the Maniac. We're starting a new show called Grandpa Biker and the Maniac.
Perfect.
All right.
So the damages, like, it does seem like even claiming $100 million worth of damages is almost for just the publicity and not anything else. It's just
a headline.
It's just the headline, and that's kind of all they're set out to do is just keep their 15 minutes of fame. Because when it comes to damages for defamation, how is something like that even calculated?
Well, I mean, damages for defamation can be difficult, and usually when you bring a defamation claim, you kind of open up your entire life because you have to show how it damaged you. So it's very subjective, but anytime you see something where it's like $100 million in damages, that's a little bit, like you said, just to grab a headline. From a lawyer perspective, it's usually kind of a little clownish to put that in there because usually, and this is, media gets this wrong a lot, but a lot of times it'll say they're suing for more than $50,000 or more than $75,000 because that's the jurisdictional limit to get into that court. But when you put an actual number, especially a number like $100 million, that's a little bit absurd. And also, when you go to trial, then the other side can say, well, you're asking for $100 million. How do you prove that? And so it's not the greatest thing from a lawyer's perspective, in my opinion, to put a number like that in there. But again, like you said, it's more to grab the headline, to grab attention.
So that's the interesting question, Mo. So when the lawyer obviously knows that, and they
Well,
know,
maybe.
Oh, really? The lawyer did, like.
I mean, you don't know who these people are, what kind of experience they have.
But
I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, like if I was his lawyer,
what's the better play?
I'm a clown lawyer, and then I'm like, well,
I'm a lawyer.
I'm like, well, here's how I'm. Like, could you put together $100 million in some fictional universe where, like, this guy was starting a podcast and he could be the next Joe Rogan, and you stopped that because of this N-word.
Falsely labeled him.
Yeah, and because and based on Joe Rogan's numbers, he could have made $100 million, but now he can't, and therefore that's my justification for this. Can you go that far out and make ridiculous claims like that to justify?
No, it'd be too speculative. I mean, the damages have to be provable, articulable, and so if you've never made that kind of money before, if there's no contract to support that, if there's nothing to support that, it's too speculative. Now, of course, there's things like punitive damages, which is basically damages to deter people from, having bad conduct in the future, and they can maybe argue something like that. It'd be difficult to do in this case, but you can't just make up numbers and be like, I was, going to be the next Joe Rogan, and now you ruin that. That doesn't.
Okay,
it's not admissible.
Now, Mo, like when you're playing the game of trying to get damages, in your opinion, even using both sides, you think it is a better play as a lawyer to come in with an accurate number and actually seek true damages than it is to launch a mega number and just try to pick up the crumbs afterwards, right? Is that
I think if you end up in court in trial, you look like an idiot. If you're asking for $100 million, but you've only made $30,000, in your entire life.
Yeah, it doesn't look
too
serious.
Much of a leap.
Yeah, at that point,
exactly.
The absurdity, like you said, it's a perfect word.
Now,
it looks ridiculous.
Now, could you, let's say in the real defamation case, say this happened, DK said you said the N-word, it makes publicity, you get fired from your job that you made $100,000 a year, right? then
Yeah.
could you say like, okay, this guy's 38. He's got 20 more years of working.
Hard working, yeah.
And based on $100,000, we're looking at $2 million, give or take, of damages you caused my client. Is that kind of a fair assessment?
That's definitely a fair assessment, and of course you can include like things like cost of living increases and wage increases, and what you believe based on the trajectory, the skills, training, experience, what you believe that their future income would be, but for these statements being made, and now the client's damaged and can't get a job and can't work and so on and so forth.
Gotcha. And now, under your professional opinion, do you think this guy gets a dime from this, or is this all publicity, you think?
I think initially it sounds like most of it's publicity. Now, obviously, we don't really know what happened there, but the facts are fairly damning. So I could see this being settled out of court rather quickly to make it go away. I don't know that all parties are going to settle, but some might settle, and then they drop the other parties that aren't really responsible for
Mo,
it.
when they do this, like, do you think of it in terms, like, this guy obviously does his press conference and everything, so that makes me think, like, maybe he thinks he can actually get something out of this. Is it possible that he already has the witnesses around him, like, buttoned up, and, like, he already knows that they're going to say he didn't say that?
Well, a good lawyer would have the witnesses all buttoned up already, but you never know what people are doing. Here, they may just be filing this for the headlines and think that they can get a quick cash grab for it. I mean, we really don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but you would hope that a lawyer would do their research the evidence, talk with the witnesses, and do a preliminary investigation to see what's actually going on.
So what's the most interesting to me about this is there is a precedent that happened before this with another NFL player where I don't know if you remember the story where Myles Garrett claimed, and this is the infamous when he grabbed
was this?
Mason Rudolph's helmet. This is like a couple years ago. He grabbed Mason Rudolph's helmet, who was playing for the Steelers at this time, and then tried to hit him over the head with it. And everybody was like, "Oh my God! Like you could kill someone."
Yeah.
And then Myles Garrett claimed that Mason Rudolph called him the N-word.
Correct.
And then everybody kind of gave Myles Garrett a pass because they're like, "Oh yeah, that's justified if you called Myles Garrett the N-word
you're allowed to kill him with your helmet."
yeah, which was weird.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
football law.
And then it kind of all faded away, and then they both players are Myles Garrett, the sack champion, and then Mason Rudolph still playing in the NFL, and it's kind of faded away. But it was a weird thing that
2020
in 2020, yeah, so like 6 years ago. But it's kind of like that proved to other NFL players that you kind of get a pass if you get called the N-word to revert to the violence, which is kind of interesting because then Mason Rudolph said he never said that, which is weird.
Yeah.
That happened too. And then it's kind of weird. Everybody.
Yeah, he says he called it a bold-faced lie. He's like, that never happened. He's like, that's not real.
And I kind of believe Mason Rudolph. Like, why would he use that word in a team? Like, first of all, it doesn't make sense that an NFL player would use that word in that manner. To it would be weird.
It's not gonna help things.
Like you're not like he's in the NFL. It's like it's hard to believe that he's racist in the NFL. I don't know. But
I'm sure that it's there though.
So it kind of makes me believe that DK Metcalf did make it up to justify punching the fan, because if he just said it was because he was teasing me. And calling him his real name.
Well, that's not enough. You need to make it more. Infuriating.
Yes,
Is that your argument?
Yeah.
Right.
What do you think, Mo?
Well, I mean, from a legal perspective, it doesn't really matter. I mean, obviously, it's a little different when it's on the field, but anytime you're committing a battery on another person, whether it's somebody on the field or off the field, that is illegal and unjustified no matter what they said. But there was more of a reputational situation where they were trying to do a little bit of PR to make him look better by saying, I didn't just lose my cool, I was called this. So, I mean, from a legal perspective, he's still in the wrong no matter what was said. But from a publicity or the public's perspective, maybe that helps justify what happened.
Yeah.
If in fact that was said.
It props it up a little more as an argument. It does. Yeah.
Just because of that prior incident, I'm like, man, I believe it.
It's a super powerful word, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like.
And then Myles Garrett it all got swept under the rug. So that did work.
It is weird because every article is an open-ended article with never going back to it.
Yes,
Literally, it happened in 2020. There's like a bunch of different articles. Everybody covered it, and then that was it.
And I think both players, like Mason Rudolph, just agreed to move on, and that what helps. And this this fan is like, I'm not moving on.
Miles
I'm
Garrett's
suing you.
not really moving on. He is kind of like he's like light moving on. Like if people ask him about it, he'll say like, "Oh yeah, it happened," and then he'll just not expound on it,
Yeah,
which is
crazy.
weird.
Oh, all right, Mo. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah. Sorry
course.
we ruined your vacation, buddy. No, I'm kidding.
Not at all.
Yeah,
Not at all.
Good luck at the conference. You're the coolest guy there, right?
Wait.
Like all those other dorks. They can't hear me, right? I'm not on speakerphone. am
You're
I?
actually on speaker.
Oh my God.
Speakerphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, very embarrassing.
What have you done?
Yeah. Is there a lot of like partying going on at the lawyer conference? Because all you guys, you got a
Yeah.
couple of nickels to rub together. You could, there's some champagne and some Cristal, and
you guys have some of those, Although it's not,
Yes.
it's kind of frowned
Yes,
upon.
that's all we. It's like a rap music video. We just drink Cristal all day. Yeah. But no,
I like that's your reference. I like Tom's like you guys are really into the hypnotic, right? It's St. Ives. You love it.
yeah. But I'm actually supposed to meet up with David Jolly tonight because he's supposed to fly into town for a show tomorrow. So
Oh,
see how that
you
goes.
will be drinking Cristal. Oh,
he likes Cristal.
He does, and hypnotic, and St. Ives.
All right, Mo.
We love you, buddy.
We
Hey,
appreciate it.
stay safe and
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you guys.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thank you again. That is our buddy Mo DeWitt live from Las Vegas. More than our buddy, he's our attorney, and he can be your attorney as well if
Yeah.
you are injured on the go. That's the guy.
JustCallMo.com. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more Weird Job Wednesday when we return.
Got it. What's going on, Dylan? How are you, man?
How you doing, man?
We're live on Twitch and YouTube. I have to say that, though, because we just keep things always moving. And it's weird.
man.
Good to see you, man. Daniel.
Thanks for having me,
Oh,
Daniel.
pleasure to meet you. Oh, make yourself at home. Or actually, if you're ready, T, are we ready to roll?
I'm born ready, man.
We'll put you right here and just make yourself at home. Do you need a drink or anything?
Yeah, water would be.
I'll get you one. Let me fix your camera real quick, and then I'll grab you a water. Thanks for doing this, man.
I'm excited to do it.
Well, I saw you on Fox, too, right? Didn't you just
Yeah,
do them in
Little
January?
media circuit right now.
Hey, anything to help small businesses, right?
Absolutely.
Like, we appreciate you doing it, too, because, man, we're as small as they get, too. So it's fun to see other people.
Absolutely. No,
They're
I've
also
been with you guys
Maisie.
for a while. I did your guys' sofa and suds.
Oh, did you do sofas and suds?
Yeah, like I was kind of a substitute for another ice cream because I have no idea how do you get in as a vendor. I don't know who manages your guys' vendor.
Oh, well, with any of our stuff, man, we can make that happen. It's
Yeah,
and it's
I'd love
used
to- I'd love
and
to
it's
get
not
vendor.
we never do anything where you have to pay or anything. It's
Okay.
usually just because that's not.
Yeah, I had a fun time at the sofa suds thing. So
Yeah,
if we do it
it's-
again, that'd be awesome.
We're lucky boys that we get. That's a really fun event.
Yeah.
Charles, I did get your note, buddy, but I don't think we're going to be doing that today. But I did get it. It's just too much for today, sir. Let me use the restroom. Let me make sure this is saved. Let me get you a water. My brain is frazzled today.
You and me both.
All right. This will be about 25 minutes.
Okay.
Just to give, we're just going to talk to you about your.
Is it live
Weird
or
job.
do you guys put
We-
it on later on?
We are,
live right
yeah,
now.
we're live right now on Twitch and YouTube live,
Cool.
and then it'll air tonight. though.
Sweet.
So this segment will be for tonight. So air on Real Radio tonight, and then come out on the podcast tonight.
Right on.
Sorry, we're out of bottled water. I hope RO water will be okay.
You're just
It
fine.
is.
man.
It is highly
Thank you,
filtered,
thank you.
but. Let me use the restroom real quick. And then we'll get going.
It's a cool little spot you guys got.
Thanks.
I didn't realize you guys were like this local.
Yeah. This is our 10th year in this office.
Nice.
So we got in 16, and
You guys walk to work.
Daniel does. Yeah, well, he actually he can. He only lives 2 blocks away. I live closer to Castleberry, just down Lakemont, but basically on Lakemont. So I'm like 5 miles
Nice.
down the road. So it's close and convenient.
We are in house hunting as of yesterday.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. Looking, where are you moving from?
We live in the Mills district now.
Oh, okay.
We rent, so now we're ready to buy. Both me and my wife have had our business for 5 years, so now we can
Okay, cool.
start buying. So.
Awesome.
All right. There are headphones there. If you want to wear them, you can. You don't have to, but it does help you. And then on that mic, you just want to get about 1 inch off of it. And that's about it. Can you hear me okay? At all? A little bit?
Yeah, I hear you a little bit, yeah.
Now let me turn you on. If you want more, you're the first knobs. No, you're fine. It's one of these things where if you want to do it, you got to take it up way high and then gently lay it back down. All right, there we go. That's a little bit better. Do you need a little more of it? Can you talk in that for me?
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, I
now?
can hear myself.
Is that
Yeah.
better?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to blow your ears out either because
No,
we
you're
talk.
good.
Hello, hello. Is that too loud or is that all right?
That's perfect, man.
Okay, great.
Cool.
Okay, we did it. Do I seem like I'm spaz today? Or you're not supposed
No.
to say that anymore. I get in trouble.
Jazzed
for,
up.
Oh, you could say
yeah,
spaz.
yeah. No, I know, but you know.
Spaz.
Yeah, he's a troublemaker over here.
So that,
No, I gotta cut all that out. No, I'm joking.
Not
I'm joking.
no one is getting offended by spaz. No one. Guaranteed.
Okay. Let me fix 2 more things, T, and then we'll be good to go.
Awesome.
Why? What is spaz?
I don't know. I guess people that have some sort of brain problem. There was an article years ago where there's a touring. This is a fun warm up topic. It's a touring band based out of L.A. called the Spasmatics, who then franchised their band, which I find to be fascinating.
Yeah, how do you franchise?
It's
a band?
brilliant, and I've seen the Spasmatics once. My buddy Dave took me to see him. That's how I found out about him. So the Spasmatics were the style of the band was all the members looked like they were like sort of special needs. So you had like the drummer was in like a wheelchair. They all had like the corrective helmets on, or they'd have neck braces on, and they just look like they look like the nerd, like the traditional nerd with the tape and the glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And they'd
They're
wear
all like some sort of disability,
but not really disability. More just like the traditional. Think less. Don't think like this isn't done to hurt people's feelings. This is literally just. It's funny to have a guy in a neck brace playing punk rock music, right?
Right,
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Spasmatics would do their thing, and so they would franchise it because they would play, like I think 80s and 90s punk music, but like they were all really good musicians, so they were a top tier, awesome cover band. They're a band that we would book for one of our events, right?
Yeah.
Because they play what everybody wants to hear, and they're really good musicians. So then the guy started. Like he'd have like Spasmatics Chicago, Spasmatics Orlando, Spasmatics, New York.
Where a group of musicians would just
license
play,
the name, and then they'd wear, and then they like each guy had like a character. Like the lead singer wore a neck brace, and he kind of talked like this. So make sure in every city when you have a guy talk like this, and that's how they did
like the franchise. That's
how they did the franchise. And I always
Nice.
thought, out of all the dumb ideas I've heard of, I was like, man. That's a really, really, really good idea.
That's the
Tiffany
first
was
I've
going to
heard.
do it with her band.
Okay.
We have a very good friend that owns Salty Sisters Burgers out in Cocoa Beach, and that's what she wanted to do with her band Dollface. Is she wanted to have multiple Dollface bands playing conventions.
All
Great
girl
idea.
band. Yeah.
Anyway, there's my dumb small business thing. Let me pump up Dylan's mic a little bit. All right. Mr. Van, would you like to start? I
Yeah.
have a little song for him.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Let's do some Weird Job Wednesday.
All right, you want me to write new songs, and I've determined to make things streamlined and quick.
Okay.
I have heard that our next guest makes ice cream tacos because we're doing Weird Job Wednesday, so let's do it.
Our next guest makes ice cream tacos.
That's it.
No, all right. There it
That's
is.
it,
like it.
Sometimes you just got to give them what's happening. Our next guest makes ice cream tacos.
Dylan's on the couch with us today. How you doing, Dylan?
Any better than I'd be you.
Hey, man,
All
thanks
right.
for being on Weird Job Wednesday.
I have no
for
idea
having
what that was supposed to mean. Because I'm not doing good,
He's
Dylan.
not.
I'm doing horrible.
The Freeze got all of his plants.
Oh, yeah.
He's the plant guy. I don't know if you
See,
do plants.
you like the freeze. You're Mr. Ice Cream. I only can help you, right?
I just regurgitated one of my gag books that I tell everybody that asks me how I'm doing.
Well, it's better than my dad's was always long, hairy, and hard to carry. And I'm like, inappropriate. We're
Steal that one.
at middle school, Dad. We're at the principal's office. Don't say that.
Why is it so hairy?
And it's not. I've seen it.
Anyway, sorry,
All right,
Dylan.
we're moving on.
All right, so what is
this
the
is
name
Weird
of-
Job Wednesday, and this is a weird job.
Yeah, what's the name of your business?
Chill and Tacos Ice Cream Taqueria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chillin' Tacos, Ice Cream Taqueria, or as my daughter Maisie Dennis calls it, her favorite place on the planet.
Okay, all right. So where'd you come up with this idea? And tell us about like what when they say ice cream taco, what does that mean?
So the concept came to me after thumping my brain after I got out of business school, figuring out what type of business I wanted to start.
Yeah.
And I've been working in the food industry since I was old enough to work. And I love tacos just as a dish. I just think they are one of my favorite foods. But I didn't want to just start another taco spot. And one day I was just sitting on the couch and the idea of like ice cream taqueria popped into my head. And it just sounded like a great idea. It sounded like have a broad appeal and it would be a unique product. So I just kind of started running with that, doing a little research and looking into the ice cream tacos themselves, because I'm not the one that invented the wheel. There's plenty of ice cream tacos before me, like Choco
Yeah.
Taco. Everybody's
Yeah.
familiar with
And
that.
somebody
Yeah.
mentioned it in the chat room.
Yeah.
It's funny because I feel like ice cream taco is immediately, it's one of those items that when, no matter who you are, it's like somebody likes one of the words in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. If you don't like ice cream, you're going to like tacos. So-
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a psychology behind that because the Choco Taco, it's funny. If somebody had asked me, do you like Choco Tacos? I'd say, oh, absolutely. But I think I've only really had one officially licensed Choco Taco ever in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They went extinct like 3 years ago. They
They're
went
gone.
extinct. They went extinct like a year or two after I went into business. So it's not like I jumped in after they left. I started my ice cream taqueria in 2021, and then I think 22 was when they decided they were going to discontinue the Klondike Choco Taco.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I saw a big surge in my Instagram of followers once that happened. They made that announcement.
Oh, it's kind of a lucky break for you, though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Well, after it happened, Forbes did an article on a bunch of people in the country that do ice cream tacos, and I was mentioned in that Forbes.
Oh,
article.
wow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that was really cool.
It's really cool to be mentioned.
So because the ice cream cone is sugary waffle cone or whatever
Well-
way it's like a sugary treat is to hold the ice cream, and essentially the ice cream taco just takes the cone and the material an ice cream cone is made out of, and that is the taco. And then you put the ice cream in the taco shell,
But it's
which is
kind
the
of hard to
cone.
explain because his
Right?
tacos they're not, like an ice cream cone feels like it's two pieces.
Yeah.
Or if it's cone dipped, it almost feels like it's three pieces or something. This is almost like a singular item that you're eating. So there's
It's
no
all
mess.
enclosed.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
Am I covering
no,
that up
yep,
right?
You hit it on the head.
And
like
for
my whole,
somebody like me, who I like clean things. Sorry, didn't mean to cut
No,
you
you're
off.
fine.
But for someone like me, this is like taking an ice cream cone and making it where it should be for a car.
Okay, all right.
Maisie
yeah.
Dennis is allowed to eat these in the car. Is
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
That was my whole issue with ice cream cones was it's not a very edible kind of vessel. Like with an ice cream cone, it's a weird shape. You can't put it down. You're stuck with it until you're finished eating it.
Yeah,
and
you
you're
got to eat it fast.
You
It's
got to eat it
melting
fast
down.
because it's gonna melt. And then like my favorite bite was like with the cone and the ice cream and the toppings.
The
So like
room.
you're stuck with like eating your bowl to have the perfect bite, or you're just having a little bit of each every time. So then when you get the cone, there's barely any ice cream in it. So that really chapped my hide. Like
Yeah.
just about ice cream cones in general, they just seemed like an inferior product. So when I did my R&D on doing the ice cream tacos, the way that I produce mine is unique to my brand from what I've seen on the market from other people that do try to do ice cream tacos.
Yeah.
The most popular one you'll see is like the rolled ice cream tacos, which I still feel are flawed just because they're a little challenging to eat, like because they'll still fall apart on you.
Sure.
A little cumbersome.
It's like a taquito, right? Like,
Yeah, it's like a taquito that falls apart while you're eating it.
Okay.
So like my ice cream tacos, like I did a lot of effort and time into figuring out the shelf life and preparing them at the right amount of time to where they aren't like falling apart while you eat. The ice cream doesn't melt while you're eating it too. And it's just a much more enjoyable experience when you're having ice cream.
Is it hyper frozen or something? Because he's right. It holds together when you eat it. So when you're eating like when you bite an ice cream cone, it's like melted. Like I don't know. Like this is like you bite it and you could like actually take a bite of it and just like set it down and type on your computer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then pick it back up and eat it.
So
Almost like you would a candy bar or
Yep.
something. You know.
So pardon my ignorance. When we
You can tell I'm into these things.
well, Daniel knew he knows about this. I didn't know. I assumed
Because my daughter eats she's
Yeah.
had every.
She's one of my number one customers.
Yeah, I've had every flavor of ice cream taco, and Weird Job is now like inching into things that I love in my life. You know.
So I just assumed that this was a standard ice cream shop, and then you get to choose your ice cream and toppings, but instead of a cone, it's a taco
Oh, no.
cone. And
I don't,
then
I
just-
don't
this
give that
is
much power to the consumer. I tell them which flavors I got.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
like a
yeah.
chef. No, you get what he makes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
I'll tell a customer no if they ask me to like put Fruity Pebbles on a chocolate.
yeah,
that
I
just
like
sounds
that.
crazy.
He won't do that.
I'm glad you're doing this,
Yeah.
Dylan, because you know what? The
I'm gatekeeping bad taste, man.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say it. The customer is rarely right.
yeah, that's my. I've been telling
Barely.
them that from the beginning.
Yeah, it's never right. They don't know nothing.
Did you see what our video web woman,
What?
Melissa, she says his menu has a dill pickle wrapped in fruit by the foot, sprinkled with tahini. This man is bonkers.
So she's talking about the
crazy.
chill dill. That
Yeah.
has turned into a cult favorite
Yeah.
for some reason. I put it on the menu for 420 one year, and people went crazy for it. So now I keep it on the menu all year round.
So Dylan, is this a brick and mortar location? Do you do online sales? Like, tell us about that.
I'm a nomad. I have no home. My home is the streets. I did have a store in Claremont in 2023 and realized it just wasn't good for my business model.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for the customers to come to me and then basically babysitting teenagers to ruin my product. They just weren't doing it as good as me. So fortunately this business is something that I can do myself, and I'm enjoying it a lot more, keeping it mobile. I can make my own hours. I can go where I want. Like going to Tactical Brewing is one of my favorite spots. I've like the Dance 360 girls.
Yep.
They all just come in after dance and get their tacos.
Well, they got to carb up. You
Yeah.
know,
Daniel told me. Yeah.
They've
And
been burning calories, and nothing gets you ready to dance again like an ice cream taco.
That's right.
so Dylan, this is an interesting business discussion.
And you get one for your dad.
That's right.
For Weird Job Wednesday, and the fact that normally we've all been trained to like, okay, you have a business. What should you do? Get a location, right? And then
You
build
need
your
foot traffic.
and you're like, I know how it works, and you get employees, and then you
No,
pay.
I think
rent.
you're just you, right?
Yeah, it's just me,
Yeah,
man.
you're a one-man
and,
shop,
and
man.
sometimes
which is very impressive.
that's
Thank
the
you,
wrong.
thank you.
That's the wrong direction to go.
It's
And-
not for every business.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's not. And it took me going that route, thinking like, oh yeah, this is how I grow my business. But like for my business, I don't need to have a brick and mortar. I can go where the action is. I
Yeah.
can go when I should, and then when I want to take a break, I don't have to worry about staffing a
Sure.
store.
Yeah.
So all it did was bring me more stress and less money.
Yeah.
So I'm much happier being mobile now. We do a lot of catering stuff for like employee appreciations, a lot of weddings we've done, birthday parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do like freezer rentals. We'll just fill the freezer and drop it off.
It's brilliant. It keeps your overhead down. It keeps you mobile. It keeps you able to pivot in wherever direction you need to
Absolutely.
go. Yeah, and that's what a small business needs to do. Like we need to like think outside the box, especially for anybody
Ooh,
out there thinking.
Write that down.
Oh, well, there we go.
Think outside. How do you spell box?
Not that far outside. Like, you gotta stand on the edge of it.
Yeah. Stand on the edge of the box.
You go too far. you lose track of the box. Oh, you need the box sometimes.
How do you narrow down, because you've done some things that I really, really like. And let's talk about the gatekeeping of flavors and the
Yeah.
fact that you don't have loose candies all over your tacos.
Yeah.
Thank you for not having loose candies all over your tacos.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something he does that's crazy. He has this one that's my favorite called Chocolate Chunk, where it's just all chocolate. It's a chocolate shell with chocolate ice cream, and then there's like chocolate on the top, and then he rolls it in chocolate, and it holds everything into it.
All right. I think
Yeah, it's a chocoholic's dream.
It's so good, but like, so how did you come up with was the idea to be a cleaner, less messy style.
That was a big
intentional?
inspiration. Yeah, like because like I said, the ice cream experience to me just was lackluster because it was so messy, um, and it just wasn't a good vessel, I think, to enjoy your ice cream in. So when the idea of like ice cream tacos popped up, I was like, that's the perfect shape to get the bite of the shell, the ice cream, and the toppings every single time, and it's not going to fall apart. And you can set it down. You don't have to. You're not stuck with this cone that
Yeah.
you're holding until.
Because
you're
it's
finished
shaped
eating.
like one of those, the stand and stuff taco shells
Yeah.
that became popular. It was like
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah,
my
the
dad
flat
did,
bottom.
You know, that's like, I
Yeah,
wish
they're still around. I like
Yeah.
when I make white people tacos at home. Like
Yeah,
it's
those are white people
my
tacos.
go-to-
Oh yeah,
those are my
well,
go-to.
that's my only taco. I'm like, it's brilliant. It stands itself. You can fit more meat in the bottom.
it
That's
stands
it.
for the national anthem. This
Yeah,
taco.
yeah.
But it's funny because like the first time I had Maisie's like, do you want ice cream taco? They're really, really good. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I've had a Choco taco or whatever. But you do like some pretty exotic flavors. You have like a little something for everybody, and then it seems like you almost do one that's almost like kind of fancy. Is that like?
Yeah,
Can
like
you explain
I've got
that a little bit?
So I've pretty much gotten my core flavors down. Like I try to go outside the box and make some really creative ones. I've done some like alcohol infused ones. I've done like Mexican hot chocolate flavor before.
Yeah.
My most elaborate flavor and one of the most popular ones is my s'mores deluxe, which is s'mores ice cream. But then I take marshmallow fluff and I put it on top of the taco, and then I blowtorch the marshmallow fluff to give it a char, like an actual s'mores.
Okay, and you're doing that by hand each one.
Yeah, to order. Yeah. So,
Okay.
As you order them,
Yeah, it's really fancy. It's like
And
you're
it's
staying
dope.
at a hotel.
it's dope.
Okay. So these are not prepackaged.
Oh no, like so I make them shortly ahead of time. Like when I first opened up, I thought the best idea was to make them to order, like with the shell and everything, but being in Florida and serving outside, it was so hot between the weather outside and the cone being so like warm, getting stuck to the ice cream. The ice cream just kind of melted while you're eating it. So what I learned is I wrapped the shell, the waffle cone shell, with around the ice cream the day before, so they still have that perfect texture, and the ice cream's not melting on you while you're eating it. So it just makes the whole eating experience easier
Yeah.
and more enjoyable.
Yeah, it's like been frozen, so like your ice cream, instead of it being like a mess, it's like almost like frozen in time.
Okay,
Like you
okay.
get when you're eating it, it's like a chunk.
You
Yeah.
got a bunch of industrial freezers and stuff at your house now.
I have a bunch of chest freezers.
Okay, all
I've,
right.
I've got about 9 chest freezers at my commissary kitchen that I keep filled with ice cream at all times. Right now, I'm prepping for my biggest event of the year, Tampa Taco Festival. And I'm getting about 1,000 tacos prepared for that. Yeah, I sold out last year an hour early with 800. So I was like, dang, I got
Wow, that's
I gotta
awesome.
bring more this year. So
It's a great Florida treat, dude. I'm telling you, we gotta have them at one of our events.
So,
for sure, our
not-
our guys will go nuts for it.
Not to get too into the business weeds of this, but I'm curious because this is a common problem with small business, especially like up and coming small business like you have, where you have super success. You're killing it right now, and then any person like a Jesse Wolf would come in and be like, "All right, it's time for you to figure out how to scale this." And then you're like, okay. And then it's like, well, if you do it wrong, you're screwed. And you're like,
Right,
okay.
right,
And then it's like, well,
right.
what way do I do it? And like, it's different for everybody. Don't screw it up.
Yeah, and figure it
And you're
out.
like, what?
Yeah, figure it out, and just understand that when if you do screw it up, you've ruined the. And I know everything is perfect right now. Yeah, you're kind
You've,
of right.
you've
Yeah.
ruined it. If you screw this up, you've ruined it.
Or did you kind of do that with the brick and mortar? You feel like?
that was I kind of feel like I screwed that up. It was like a business decision wise, but like my whole mantra as a small business owner was calculated risk.
Sure.
You know, like I didn't start from the jump with a brick and mortar. I started off as a pop-up catering business.
Sure.
That was a calculated risk. And then the time when I decided to do a brick and mortar, I had enough funny money to throw at it to where like I wasn't gonna be stressed about making my personal expenses and rent at the end of the day. And ultimately it didn't work out, but it did give me that life lessons of like, this isn't what you need for the business to thrive.
Well, it gave you the data to know you didn't need to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And
exactly.
And to that, it was valuable. And
yeah,
like,
100%.
Failures are valuable.
They are, yeah.
You know, in business, it's like it
That's what I tell myself in the mirror.
not-
I look at myself.
Right?
Failures are valuable.
Well, that's a lie. Because they cause you a lot of money loss.
What's the hardest part? Because I think I know the question, the answer to this. Let me ask it, and then I'll say my answer, and you say if this is hard.
All right.
Ingredient cost. Because you're doing some pretty fancy stuff, right? Do you have to constantly be sourcing that?
Yeah, I'm at Costco weekly. They know me. They know my face.
Because you're making, I mean, ice cream and making homemade
yeah,
ice cream.
It is. I'm literally making everything from scratch. So
you're making
all,
the ice cream yourself.
Yep. It's
okay.
it's liquid nitrogen ice cream, which is very different than your regular ice cream that you pretty much get everywhere else.
Explain that.
So most 90%, I'd say 90 or 99% of the ice cream shops and stuff you get at the store is traditionally whipped ice cream, where their process involves churning the ice cream for 30 minutes or more to whip air into it along with the cream, and that basically grows the volume of the ice cream. So it's a little airier than your my ice cream. With liquid nitrogen ice cream, I use liquid nitrogen to freeze it instantly. So what normally a gallon batch of ice cream would take probably 30 to 45 minutes takes me 3 minutes to freeze. So with it being so quick, there's less air that gets whipped into the ice cream, so it's a denser bodied ice cream.
Yeah, it's a thick boy ice cream.
It's a thick boy ice cream.
When you bite into it, it's like biting into a it's not as hard as a candy bar. It's still got that pleasing soft mouthfeel of ice cream. I'm really into this, you can tell. But it's like you know, like when you bite into a perfect spare rib and it's supposed to have some pull.
The tug.
It has a little pull. It's not like a melty mess. And it'll stay. Like you can sit it there. You can go do something. You can come back and get your bite, and it still maintains its integrity. Because it's so damn cold.
Yeah, it is kind of wild. I watched a kid take one bite of one birthday cake taco one day and left it on the table outside in August, and the shape didn't change.
Yeah.
I kind of concerned. I was like, because I don't put any like shelf stabilizing
preservatives,
ingredients. It's all clean ingredients. So it really, I think the taco shape is a great insulator.
Yeah.
So
also, you can do other things that we figured out you can do is if you want to try different flavors. Since they're so hard when you get them, you can use a knife and just gently cut them in half and pass them around.
Oh well. Oh yeah.
They're just easy. You can cut them into slices almost because they're you just put it on its side and you like. I'm really into it. It's like a thing that Dennis is. We will eat some damn ice cream tacos, man.
And so, speaking of the have any other opportunities to scale this? Have you thought about that, or right now it's like, hey, this is working. I'm gonna get as big as I can right now, and then I'll think about it.
No, I mean my big picture plan is I started this business because I realized the scalability of it. I truly think that it's a business model that I could franchise to other people, and I would love to give the opportunity to teach other people how to run their own business in their own city and do what I do, providing service and this product to other people. Because it is a very rewarding work. You know, like I'm in the community, I'm serving like people, kids, families, and being a part of like big special moments like weddings and birthday parties or employee appreciation. So I love my job. It's so rewarding, and what really motivates me is the opportunity to potentially franchise it across the country.
That'd be cool.
And teaching other people how to do it. And I'm kind of already on that path in the sense of my cousin who's out in Utah. We are slowly starting to work on getting a Chillin' Tacos up and running there.
There you go.
That's what I need, a business cousin.
Yeah.
No.
First cousins, there's second cousins, then there's business cousins.
Yeah. None of my cousins are business people. I need a business cousin that comes in as cockamamie as me. Or like, hey, Tom, my business
What about
cousin.
one of our listeners? What if we... Okay.
My business cousin would be named Jeff, by the way.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Let me ask you something.
Jeff's a good businessman.
Yeah.
What about okay, think of an area of Florida that's fun.
Okay.
Where you can walk the streets and party.
Okay, all right.
Do we have any listeners?
St. Augustine.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
St.
good.
Augustine,
That's
Key
good.
West.
Boom. Melissa in Key West. our video friend. I call her Melissa the Simple-Minded Whore. What if we help front her to open Chillin' Key West?
No, that will sell.
Ripping Key West.
Yeah.
On the street festivals?
Yeah. And then get her to dress, scantily
Yeah.
clad, because that sells some
Pull them
tacos.
chillins out.
She'll sell a pink taco. I got all the ideas.
Don't say that.
I'm just saying.
I tell you, man, I wear gold grills in my teeth when
He
I'm
does.
selling ice cream.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
know if
I
you
would
wanted
wear
to- I didn't know if
grill.
you wanted to say that because you're a
Oh
professional.
no,
guy.
no, man. That's
Maisie-
Oh, yeah. Should we wear the grill?
Do you want to know that Maisie?
Sling bikini?
Did you know that Maisie says I can get a grill now because of Dylan from
Yes.
Chillin' Tacos? Because her favorite ice cream man wears a grill when he's selling ice cream tacos. She's like, I want my dad to have a grill like the Chillin' Tacos man.
I love that.
I want a neck tattoo. I want a grill.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want all of that.
Get her out on the corner of a.
What does she? What does she ask for a grill?
Oh, Maisie? I'll get her one right now. I'll get her anything she wants. Like, I love her so much.
Yeah.
Hey, she's in. Melissa is in the chat room. She's
All
in. We
right.
can start Chillin' Tacos franchise in
You
Key
got
West.
a first
Let's do
franchise.
it.
There you go.
Let's
All
go.
right. We'll talk business after the
Where
show.
can people find you if they want to book you for an event? Because the chat room is asking.
You can find me on Instagram, Chillin' Tacos Ice Cream, and I also have my own website, chillintacosicecream.com. But yeah, just shoot me a message on Instagram. We'd love to serve your guys' employees or your birthday party or wedding
Awesome.
or whatever.
We should get you out at our beer fest coming up. It's in November.
We'll make that happen.
Yeah.
We should do some.
Let's do it,
we have
man.
a bunch
Yeah.
of
He
vendors.
did
I've done beer fest before.
Yeah.
He did a
It'd
Sofas
be
and
popular.
Suds one year.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I was
Oh,
like
really?
I was a substitute for an ice cream person that couldn't make it, and they called me last minute, and I was like, heck yeah, this sounds like fun.
Yeah.
we'll do
Racing
some more.
sofas down the street.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
in.
yeah. We'll talk, Dylan. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for telling your story, man. Very,
Thank you
very
for
cool.
having me, man.
Cool. And we will see you tomorrow.
All right.
Awesome, that's it. And we're done.
man.